Hey guys, Angie Gensler here with AngieGensler.com, and in this video I'm going to share with you 65 questions that you can post on social media to increase engagement. Let's get started. Now, if you want to follow along with the blog post, head on over to my website at AngieGensler.com and then find the social media questions to increase engagement post. I will also have a link below this video so you can access that post real easy. So let me walk you through the post. I'm going to minimize this. Okay, so let's dive in. Now, social media engagement is something that all business owners and marketers are trying to increase. But how do you get more engagement in a diluted pool of content that is obsolete in a matter of minutes? It's simple. You ask questions. Asking your audience thought-provoking and emotion-stirring questions is one of the best and easiest ways to increase engagement on social media. Now, throughout my marketing career, I have run a lot of experiments and tests on various personal and professional social media channels. And of all the different types of posts that I make, questions generate the most comments and likes. So not only will asking questions help you increase engagement through more likes and more comments, but questions also start a conversation with your audience, allowing you to get to know one another on a much deeper level. Now, unfortunately, thinking of creative questions to ask can be very difficult and time-consuming, which is why I've compiled 65 social media questions that you can copy and share on your social media channels. And I also have a free swipe file for you. So you can download this swipe file and then use it to easily load the questions into your favorite social media scheduling tool. And you can also copy and paste those questions into design templates so you can create some beautifully designed social media images. So if you head to this post, find this button, the download now, just enter your name and email address, and you'll get access to my freebies library where you can download this swipe file of these questions, and you'll also get access to a lot more awesome freebies within there that will help you grow your business. So be sure to get your hands on that. Okay, let's talk about the ideal audience for these 65 questions. The questions are ideal for bloggers and business to consumer, so B2C businesses, wanting to give a voice and personality to their online brand. So if you're a business to business marketer, B2B, or you're a more formal B2C business, such as a dentist or a mental health counselor, you're going to need to get a little more creative because many of the questions that I list below, they're just not appropriate for a more conservative business. But you can use the categories that I provide to create your own questions. So for example, if you sell office supplies, that's a more conservative B2C business, a this or that question could be Bic or Pintel. And I talk more about those categories down below. So if you're a little confused about how to create your own questions, it'll be clarified a little bit more. Okay, so I also want to talk about using a scheduling tool. Now, the best part about these social media questions is that you can schedule them far in advance. If you decide to schedule your questions, just make sure that you have notifications set up on your phone and that you check your social media channels often. You do not want to miss out on joining the conversation when someone engages with your question. So, for example, let's say you loaded your questions, you used my swipe file, you loaded your questions into your scheduler, and you haven't thought about them in months, and they just go out automatically to various channels. And the problem is, because you don't know when they're going out and what channels they're going out to, you don't know when to check them to see if anybody's engaging. But the great thing is I have notifications on my phone, and anytime someone engages with one of those posts, I get a push notification and I can check it and then engage so that I'm not missing out on this great engagement. So make sure you have those notifications set. Now, if you are new to social media scheduling, you can't afford the monthly fee for a scheduler, be sure to check out my blog post, How to Schedule Social Media Content Like a Boss Without Spending a Dime. Now, this is a great post if you're just getting started, you have minimal budget. I walk you through a step-by-step process and all the tools that you need to use to schedule your content using totally free tools. And then I also have 4 tutorial videos within that post to show you exactly how to use it. Now, the method that I share in that post requires more time, but it will save you anywhere from $25 to almost $100 a month in scheduling tools. Now, if time, not money, is your biggest challenge, then I highly recommend SmarterQueue to schedule your social media posts. I use SmarterQueue to schedule my Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn content. You can use it to schedule Instagram content, but I use Tailwind for Instagram, but I'll talk more about that in a little bit. Now, SmarterQueue is my favorite scheduler for many reasons, but mainly because you can get started for $20 a month, and it has more features than most of the $50 per month schedulers. Now, I've used everything from completely free tools to $10 a month, $20 a month, even $100 a month schedulers. I've had the luxury to test lots of different things throughout my professional career. And in my opinion, SmarterQueue is by far the best. Not only in terms of value, just because it's a great value for the price, but I also think it has the best features. It's just a great tool. My favorite part is that it allows you to categorize your posts and create a custom schedule for every single one of your social media channels, and they're all color-coded. And you can also easily recycle your posts, which means you always have a queue of content ready to go, even if life gets busy and you don't have time to schedule new content. So for example, I'm a working mother with 2 children and I have a business on the side. So there are weeks where I don't have time to sit down and schedule my content. Well, SmarterQueue just jumps right in and fills in the gap. It says, oh, okay, you're not posting you don't have anything new that you want to share? I'll just pull from your queue. You're covered. It's awesome. So below is a screenshot. I'm going to show you a screenshot of my SmarterQueue schedule. Now, this is just a small section, but each color in it represents a different category. So for example, these red ones are articles other people's articles I've chosen to share. This green one is for questions, and this yellow one is for my own blog posts. And you can also see it's got the little icon here. So this is saying that at 8:30 a.m. on Tuesday, one of my own blog posts is going to be shared on Twitter. At 7:30 a.m. on Friday, an article's going to be shared on Twitter. So it's really nice. You can customize it for every single channel. It allows you to visually see what kind of content you're sharing and on which channels you're sharing it to throughout the day. It also allows you to control exactly what types of posts are shared and exactly when they are shared, which is really great. So for a chronic control freak like myself, SmarterQueue is a dream. It allows me to be very hands-off, but I still have complete control over what type of content is posted and when. So if you choose to take advantage of the 14-day free trial of SmarterQueue, just be sure to download my swipe file of the 65 social media questions, and then you can load that file straight into SmarterQueue as a question category, and all 65 questions will be automatically scheduled. No joke, it will take you all of 5 minutes to get those questions loaded and scheduled. It's amazing. So just be sure to head to the post and click the download now button so you can get access to that swipe file. Okay, let's move on to images. So images are greater than text. Now to crank your social media engagement up just one more notch, create styled images of your questions. All the social media research studies have shown that posts with images receive more clicks, likes, comments, and shares than posts with just text. I mean, why do you think Facebook recently added a feature allowing you to style your text status updates on colored backgrounds? It's because it significantly increases engagement. You don't believe me? Take a look at the two examples below. Which one would catch your eye as you furiously scroll through your newsfeed? So I'm going to scroll back up and then I'm going to scroll quickly down, and I want you to see which one really grabs your attention. Okay, it was definitely that image, wasn't it? It makes you want to go back and say, what did that say? And this just kind of got lost. So images really stand out and ratchet your engagement rate way up. Now, the only downside is that designing images does tend to be very overwhelming for a lot of business owners, and paying for those fancy design tools or hiring a designer is often not in the budget. But don't worry, there's other options available. So your first option is to design your own images using Canva.com. Canva is a free online graphic design tool, and I love it, and I use it to create all of my images. It's really user-friendly and really easy to learn. The only downside with Canva is that it does require a lot of time to design your own images, and the quality may not hold up to professional standards. Now, that's no fault of Canva's, but that's just if you've never had any design experience before or professional training. So if that's the case, your second option is to pay a professional designer to create your images. But unfortunately, this option is very costly, and it's not realistic if you're, a new blogger or a brand new business owner. Now, your third option is to purchase done-for-you images created by a professional designer. This option provides you with high-quality images at a price that fits your budget, and oftentimes you can customize the images by adding your own logo or website. Okay, let's talk about where to post these 65 questions. So once you've had your images created, you've got your social media scheduler loaded, which channels should you share them? The questions are great for Twitter, Facebook groups, your Facebook page, LinkedIn, and Instagram. You can also use Facebook and Instagram to take polls, so you can let your audience help you decide on your next blog post or which product to create next. Now, I want you to keep in mind that if your audience is small, it may take a while to get good engagement. Don't be discouraged if no one comments or engages right away. You need to give it some time. Okay, let's jump into these 65 questions. Now, I have studied the results from the questions I've asked this past year, and I have identified 65 awesome questions that will work to increase your engagement. I analyzed them and I segmented them into 10 different categories. So remember, I mentioned categories earlier. The categories will serve as a springboard for you to create your own questions in addition to the 65 I provide. Okay, so I'm not going to talk through every single question, but I do want to touch on the categories and then share with you an example from each. So the first category is fill in the blank questions. So for example, fill in the blank. My favorite blog is, and then you got a blank. Next category, would you rather? Would you rather have 5 close friends or 10,000 Facebook friends? The next category is what's your favorite? What's your all-time favorite book? Next category is what is? What is your biggest fear? Okay, next one, only one thing. If you could only listen to one genre of music, what would it be? Next category is this or that. Now, a quick note about this category. This is by far the one category of question that gets the most engagement. Every time I post a this or that question, I get a long trail of people commenting on it. They love it. And one of the best ones that really gets people going is tea or coffee. So they're really simple, but there's something about, just this or that really gets people wanting to share their opinion. They're a lot of fun. Next category, if you could retire tomorrow, what would you do? And these are fun, thought-provoking questions as well. Next category, what if? If you won the Powerball lottery, how would you spend your winnings? Next one is gratitude. What are you most thankful for today? And then the last category is nostalgia. What was the best vacation you ever took? Okay, so those were the 65 questions. And again, to get that swipe file so you can copy and paste these questions easily into your scheduler or an image designer, just enter your name and email and hit download now, and you'll get access to my freebies library where you can get this swipe file and a lot of other great free resources. So downloading that will save you a lot of time and energy, and then start a 14-day free trial of SmarterQueue if you don't already have it. And then you can load those 65 questions and schedule them out to all your social media channels. Now, if you need some more help on social media post ideas, then head on over to my article, What to Post on Social Media in 2018. That blog post outlines 50 different post ideas, and it includes a free downloadable cheat sheet of all 50 ideas. So that's a great one to get you started. And I also will include a link below this video to that blog post. Now, those 50 social media content ideas, they are a great start to mastering social media marketing, but they will only take you so far. The fact is, you need a content calendar that plans your social media content in advance. So this is just an example of my content calendar. This is the month of October, and this is an entire year. So I have an entire year's worth of content planned out in this calendar. It took me hours to create that bad boy, but it has saved me hours and hours of time. But the good news is you don't have to create your own content calendar from scratch. You can just get a copy of mine, that one that I spent hours upon hours building out. It's already done for you. So head on over to this link, and I will also have a link below in the video, but you can just head on over to my website. I'll have a call to action on there where you can get a copy of that calendar. And it's 365 days of social media posts planned out for you. And it includes 52 of these questions that I just mentioned in this blog post. They're already scheduled out through the year, so you don't have to worry about when to share them, how often to share them. It's all scheduled out and planned out for you. It is done for you. So be sure to get this swipe file and then head on over to the What to Post in Social Media in 2018 blog post and get a copy of the social media content calendar. Between those three resources, you'll be set and you will be ready to master social media in 2018.